The main reasons that I chose the DS, I'm pretty much up against the wall right now. I've tried everything to lose weight, every conventional way, you know, the old standby, the exercise, eat right, drink a lot of water, you know, the whole, you know, willpower way. Every conceivable diet you can think of, Nutrisystem, weight loss, Weight Watchers, cabbage soup diet. I was just about to try Medifast, you know, a whole lot of money for that one, and something turned me back to the OH website, Obesity Help website. And I was looking into the, I didn't really want to have surgery. I really didn't want to be cut on again. And I was looking into the two new ones, the stoma something, where they do the thing down the throat, and the new one they have out now that's pretty much in trials. And I was really going to do that one. And reading about it and considering the track record where it really doesn't work, I've realized that wasn't the route for me. I was pretty much against the wall. I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? So I said, well, you know what, girl, you gotta go with DS. You really do. It's the only thing that's gonna work for you. You know, you gotta do the revision. So I sucked it in and I said, okay, let's get the process rolling. What are you afraid about the DS? What are your worries and concerns about this operation? And I said, okay, well, there's talk about diarrhea forever. And I read and I listened and I asked questions online, and it's not common. No one complained about diarrhea forever. No one said, oh God, I got diarrhea and it's never going away. You can take Metamucil to bulk it up. Talk to your doctor, your surgeon. Things can be done if it's happening at all. Talk about, you know, your poop stinking. Well, hey, we're all human. It doesn't smell like roses. There's Devron, there's probiotics, which a lot of people are taking to help with the gas and the digestive that's going on. You know, because you're malabsorbing what's going on in your system, and depending on what you eat, that's the big thing. That's the one thing I've learned from reading online. You are what you eat. You know, if you're gonna carb it up and you're gonna eat trigger foods which make the gas and the smell of poop, then, you know, you're gonna be a stinky bot. That's all that's to it. So you have to realize, well, if I eat cottage cheese and this happens to me, guess what, honey? Don't eat cottage cheese. You know, you might find out you're lactose intolerant. You might find out, it's like the old joke, doctor, when I do this, it hurts. Well, then don't do that. It's that simple, you know. You know, it's, I realize I can do that. I can do this, you know. I can find out what works and find out what doesn't work, and that will avoid a lot of the myths that have been brought up about DS. And vitamins. Now, I'm on a lot of pills anyway, so I figured, what's a couple of more? Some people have to get used to the fact that you're going to be on vitamins for the rest of your life. There is no say, well, 2-3 years I'll be on vitamins and then I won't be on vitamins anymore. No, you're going to be on vitamins for the rest of your life. You're going to be on your D's and you're going to be on your multivitamins, and depending on your lab work, it's going to tell you what you need. You can't pre-plan for it. I spent time trying to pre-plan and nearly went bonkers. And I had to realize, you know what, it's going to take time. So I'm going to have to wait till my labs after surgery, and then I can buy for a year. And then I'll know what I have to take, because I'm one of those people who like to be prepared, But you're going to have to take your vitamins religiously, and you're going to have to take them for the rest of your life. That's all that's to it. If you can't handle it, don't do it. It's that simple. So I said, okay, I can do the vitamins. No biggie. I can adjust what I can eat and can't eat, because I've been lactose intolerant most of my life. So I've already adjusted. I'm not. And then I said, this is hydrate. You've got to drink a lot of water. 64 ounces a day. Or is it 32? Either way, it's a lot of water. I'm a liquid fiend. I can drink liquids all day long and be totally happy. So it works for me. And then there's protein. You have to push your protein. You have to eat lots of protein. That's great. I can do that. Oh, look at the things you really have to do. You have to do your protein. You have to do your water. You have to do your vitamins. You have to be conscious of really what you're putting in your body. Not to the point of being crazy about it. Okay? But there's more freedom in eating too. There really is. With the fat content, you have a little more freedom in your fats, because you're only absorbing a certain amount of fat and a certain amount of this and that. You're not fully absorbing it because you're malabsorbing. Right? I can get you the numbers. I'll do it another time. But there's more freedom of eating. And I knew that's something that I needed because of the type of eater I am. I realize I'm a grazer. I like to graze. I like to eat, small meals throughout the day. I'm out morning, okay, 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, I eat every couple hours, little meals here and there throughout the day, so that's the type of eater I am. And it works perfectly with DS. You have to realize the type of eater you are. And sometimes I'm an emotional eater, and I have to watch that. I'm a boredom eater. I have to watch that. I suffered through compulsive overeating, where I didn't know when I ate, if I ate, and how much I ate. I just inhaled. That's pretty much helped get me up to 412 pounds. Okay? So there's therapy for that. So I looked at all that, realized DS was for me, and said, you should have done this a long time ago, but it wasn't available for me. It was not available in the year 2000 under my insurance. It was very new, and it's a lot of regret that I didn't have it back then, but I'm just very glad that it's available now. So that's why I've chosen the DS for me. Everyone has their own reasons. You have to think twice and cut once. Someone said that online, and I love it. Think twice, cut once. And just really match the surgery with the person.